It was supposed to be a simple weekend hike. 10-year-old Caleb Monroe loved the outdoors. He had been hiking with his father dozens of times. He knew how to follow trails, how to listen for birds, and how to read the direction of the sun. But that Saturday in early June, something went wrong. They were hiking along Silver Creek Trail in Oregon, a place Caleb knew well. But when their dog Scout suddenly darted off the path barking wildly, Caleb chased after him without thinking. One wrong turn. A steep slope, a tumble through thick underbrush. When Caleb stood up, scratched and breathless, Scout was gone. So was the trail. And so was his dad. Caleb was lost. At first, he did what every kid would do. He screamed, called for help. He retraced his steps, or tried to, but nothing looked familiar. He wandered in circles. As daylight faded, panic set in. He had no phone, no map, just the small backpack with trail mix, a notebook, and a water bottle. That night, it rained, and that's when survival mode kicked in. Day 1 through 3, the will to wait. Caleb remembered what his dad always said, "If you get lost, stay where you are. We'll find you faster." So for the first 2 days, Caleb waited. He found shelter under a fallen tree, he rationed his snacks, he refilled his bottle from a nearby stream. And he wrote. Every night, by flashlight, he scribbled notes in his notebook. Still here. I hope Dad is looking. Scout, if you can read this, I miss you. On day 3, hunger began to gnaw at his resolve, so he moved. Day 4 through 7, the stories that saved him. With no real sense of direction, Caleb followed the stream, hoping it would lead to people. During the day, he searched for berries and wild plants his dad had once taught him to recognize. He drank rainwater, and he talked to himself, telling stories. Not just any stories, stories his grandmother used to tell him before bed. Fairy tales, legends, myths, stories about clever kids who outwitted monsters, who stayed calm, who made it back home. He would whisper them aloud to fight off the fear. And every night, he wrote. Day 5, cold, no food today, but I saw a deer. It was beautiful. Day 6, I dreamed of pancakes, woke up crying. His mind was tired, but the stories kept it strong. Day 8 through 10, a glimmer of hope. On day 8, Caleb heard something. Not an animal, not the wind. It was barking. He called out, weak but hopeful. And the sound came closer. It was Scout. The dog had found him. Scout licked his face, barked, and ran in circles. And then, as if understanding what needed to happen, Scout took off into the trees. Caleb followed. For 2 days, Scout led him across ravines, under branches, around mud pits. Caleb stumbled, fell, got back up. Day 10. I think we're getting close. Scout won't stop wagging. Day 11. The edge of rescue. Caleb climbed a ridge, Scout beside him, and then, through the trees, a clearing, a road. But his legs gave out. He collapsed. Scout barked madly. Hours passed, and then, tires. A ranger's truck screeched to a stop. Caleb was found. Day 12. Home. He spent 1 day in the hospital. Dehydrated, malnourished, exhausted, but alive. And when reporters asked him what saved him, Caleb didn't hesitate. Scout and my grandma's stories. The story of Caleb Monroe spread across the country. A boy who survived with nothing but instinct, imagination, and a loyal dog. But what most people didn't know was what he wrote on day 12. "I'm going to write a book one day for lost kids, so they never give up." And 5 years later, he did. "The Forest Kept Me Alive" became a national bestseller. And at every book signing, Caleb brings two things: a copy of his original trail notebook and Scout. Now graying, but still wagging. If this story moved you, subscribe to Resilient Stories. Because sometimes all it takes to survive is one dog, one dream, and the will to keep going.